Yo, what's up? Come on in. Come on in. Come on, I have to pull up. I'm gonna pull up and give me some cigars. I'm gonna start at 8 minutes. But I'm gonna serenade you niggas. Yeah, what's going on? Cause I'll be your special kind of fool. Yeah, y'all gonna like this. I wrote notes on this one, fellas. This gonna be a good one. This is not gonna be a boring podcast. I got something for y'all in store. I just pulled up me a nice margarita with some bourbon and tequila. Happy Bloody Mary Day. Happy Period Blood Day. Show y'all how niggas is still being stupid, going to spend their money on something a bitch is supposed to spend money on you for. Fellas, if a woman ain't trying to ask you to be her Valentine, it ain't for you, because Valentine is for children. And what women are, children at heart. What's up, Kevin B? PE1, Mr. Blue. I done made some notes. Y'all gonna love these notes. I got a video I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all gonna like the video, because a lot of us got put on child support because of Valentine's Day. I was one of the fools. You hear me? I used to go out, go get teddy bears and balloons and cards just to get cussed out and had a bitch turn on me. See, I'm a man. I can admit why I fucked up. It takes a man to do that. Little boys can't do that. That's a gift from God. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Man, this thing is good. A few more people get in here, because I alerted some people that I'm live. Because I want y'all to see what I'm about to show y'all. And the title of this podcast is Valentine's Day got you put on child support. It happened to all of us, fellas. Okay? But one thing over here we learned. All right? I made these beautiful notes. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in here. Because people be coming in late dragging their ass. Go at the 8-minute mark a little bit, because you know how YouTube is. Y'all heard about that new ejaculation law in 2 states, in Mississippi and Washington? Talking about if you get caught jacking off, it's a felony. Didn't I tell y'all to go in the courtroom, pull your dick out a long time ago? Didn't I tell y'all that? Y'all thought I was playing, right? I told y'all a long time ago, man, go in the court and pull your dick out. Now they mad. See, we ahead of our time over here at Sham Stopping. Mm-hmm. Go look at the law. I'm serious. Y'all know I said that before they made this whole crazy ass law. I said, when y'all go in the court, pull your dick out. And then Osiris made he talked about me for saying that. I'm like, all right then, you'll see. Yeah. We're ahead of our time, fellas. We run this child support shit. And I'm finna show you why down here in Texas. Y'all, this gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be a nice 15-minute video. You're gonna laugh y'all asses off. And then I'm gonna go on with the Valentine's Day lecture. Okay? This gonna be good. Shout out to everybody who's stopping by, man. I wish Facts of Freedom was here. But yeah, we got enough people. Y'all don't know what time it is. Let me start. Hold on. Let me get the video out.
Across Texas, parents are owed billions of dollars in child support. This week, on Inside the Investigation, KXAN investigator Arzo Dost explains why, despite a state agency tasked with enforcing child support, some parents feel they are fighting on their own. Welcome to Inside the Investigation. Today we are joined by Arzo Dost. How are you?
Hi, Kelly. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I always love it when you come on because your stories always cut to, I think, family and parents and the issues that they're facing. And today's story is no different. Because for months you've been looking at the child support system in Texas and specifically what power the state
Okay,
has
hold on.
to
Let me go
make
to this next one.
parents
But I want to
pay.
hear this. I want to hear this blessing stanky bitches.
Today we are setting up this Chick-fil-A
There
employee
you
for
go. There you
anything she wants.
You could pick any item you want. I'll
I'm
go
not
get
gonna
it
bore
for you.
y'all with that.
What
We're
have
gonna
you
get
always
straight to
wanted?
goddamn.
One of the persistent viewer tips KXAN has received in recent years concerns child support and the process meant to compel those payments some parents say would help them raise their children. The Office of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton enforces child support. Officials there applaud what they call success in collecting money during his tenure, attributing much of that to recent upgrades in technology. But data from December shows the amount owed statewide has topped $21 billion.
And investigator Arzo Dost found some parents say the state's system doesn't always help families fast enough.
In the few minutes she can spare between two jobs, Ashley Bowling works quickly to pick up what's piled up around her house.
Ta-da!
The Round Rock mom runs a cleaning service and provides home health care and admits it's tough.
There's never enough time. There's never enough money. There's never enough me. There's never enough help.
Bowling is a single parent to
There's not enough time. There's not enough cock. Look at the little girl. She got all three mixed girls, so you know she like BBC, right? And she crying. The reason why she by herself, fellas, her pussy ain't hitting on nothing and she can't suck cock right. Let me continue.
three girls. She says she's had challenges getting help from their dads, especially her middle daughters.
He left when she was 5 weeks old.
Bowling shared payment records from the Office of the Attorney General detailing what he's paid since 2018 and what he still owes. Nearly $40,000 in child support and medical insurance.
I'm one paycheck
Now that's the why they going after the middle daddy. That's the middle daddy, right?
away from being homeless. We're out of the vehicle because my car transmission went out. The electricity bill that is constantly on a disconnect notice.
Bowling says she's repeatedly called the agency, and officials there tell her they can't locate him to make him pay.
If I can't get him in front of a judge for a judge to hold him in contempt, then we don't move forward.
Since 1997, Texas law has required the Attorney General's office to publicly name parents behind on child support. Then in 2019, the AG's office created the Child Support Evader website, which solicits tips online to find parents avoiding payments. To be on the list, a parent must owe more than $5,000 in court-ordered child support, have an arrest warrant issued, and regularly fail to pay in the last 6 months. As of December, there were more than 410,000 cases falling into that time frame. Yet, only 7 parents are on the public webpage. It shows 60 have been arrested between 2006 and late last year. Bowling says her ex should be on that list, but he isn't.
I feel for these parents that need help, and I really wanted to make a difference in that program, even though it doesn't get a lot of publicity, but it does really matter.
At a recent Texas Senate finance hearing, Attorney General Ken Paxton fielded questions from state lawmakers.
Let me stop right there. They're at a finance hearing, fellas. They're at a finance hearing, fellas. Did you hear that? I'm going to say it one more time. They are at a finance hearing, fellas. Kevin B know what I'm talking about. Kevin B know what I'm talking about. But what? Keep watching.
Considering his agency's latest budget proposal.
Regarding our child support programs, does our level of funding enable your staff to respond timely to complaints about child support payments?
I'm really pleased with what's happened with child support over the last say 4 years. We were trying to speed up the process because it was all getting stuck up in the bureaucracy. And we're trying to figure out how can we get these people help faster.
So, what does Paxton's agency say it needs to do that? And the latest figures we obtained from the Legislative Budget Board, the AG's office requested more than $390 million for child support enforcement next fiscal year. That would be a $25 million increase from the current fiscal year's appropriation. For weeks, we emailed and called Paxton's office to ask how additional funding could help stop child support evaders.
Hello, you've reached the press office for the Texas Attorney General.
No one responded.
General Paxton?
Paxton also refused to speak with our team in person at the Capitol after that hearing. Still, we do know the state has found ways to punish.
Even Paxton tired of helping these hoes. What's up? He didn't want to talk to him. He know what time it is. He done got some of his sham stoppers on his ass. Cause we in Austin, Texas, fellas, live. Yeah.
Punish many parents avoiding child support. In severe cases, parents have been sent to jail. And last year alone, more than 92,000 liens were filed on property, bank accounts, or retirement plans. Almost 82,000 passports were denied. Nearly 21,000 vehicle registrations were blocked, plus more than 1,000 licenses, including driver's licenses, were suspended.
That often is what will bring people forward, is suspending an occupational license, making it so they can't leave the country because they no longer have a valid passport, making it so that they can't go hunting with their friends.
Jennifer Severn is a family law attorney. Up until last September, she worked in the AG's child support division.
For each attorney, there are thousands of active cases.
Do you think our state's enforcement measures are working?
I think that the state is doing the best job they can with the resources that they have.
Ultimately, Severn says hiring a private attorney is the quickest way to see any money. Bowling says she tried that option, but eventually couldn't afford it anymore. So, for now, she'll continue working to provide for her girls on her own.
I can't be the mom that I thought I would always be.
And none of it feels good. And there's never enough to fulfill the need.
And nothing's gonna change.
We tried to reach Bowling's ex, but have not heard.
You got that right, bitch.
Back. She's not even in touch with him and says after we started looking into her case, he did make a few payments around the holidays, but that's since stopped again. She has shared her concerns with lawmakers. Now, this legislative session, several bills have been filed, including paying retroactive child support beginning on the date of the child's conception and lowering the interest rate on overdue child support payments.
Look what it say, interest rate, fellas. Lowering the interest rate. Lowering interest rates, the loan.
Judith Zaffarini is behind that legislation and says lowering the financial pressure on overdue balances.
And check this out, fellas. Who over it? Who over begging the money? Who over begging for money? This bitch right here. Ain't got no power. Bitches ain't got no power. Shout out to President Trump for checking bitches at the press conferences. He told that bitch, you're not allowed to speak yet. And who told you to speak? Fellas, Ken Paxton is tired of the child support bullshit. He tired of these lying assholes around here. Okay?
Would encourage more parents to pay what they owe. We will, of course, be tracking these bills and keep you posted. At the Capitol, Arzo Dost, KXAN Investigates.
Arzo, thank you very much.
No,
Last
bitch,
session,
no.
lawmakers made other significant changes, like giving judges the power to order parents who are behind on child support payments to get a job or enroll in a community employment program.
And right now, head to the investigative section of KXAN.com and look for this story to see how Texas compares with other states when it comes to collecting child support. The story started as a tip. If you have something you'd like us to investigate, email us at reportit@KXAN.com.
What's up, fellas? Come out and investigate. Bitch, you nosy. You just being nosy. You mad because niggas ain't paying you raggedy hoes no more money. We finna get to this Valentine shit. I'm gonna give y'all some good game for this Valentine shit. I better not catch nobody talking about they going to get a bitch on Valentine's Day. Let me break down these whole ass barriers. Let me get on to it. And I wrote some notes, fellas. And I ain't gonna keep you. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is for children. Well, she a child, right? No, she a grown woman. Well, she a child at heart. Okay. Valentine's Day is for a woman to give you something. Right? If they want to play these grown-up games, these Valentine's Day games, it's for her to give you a gift, Nick. It's for her to give you roses. It's for her to you walk in the house, you the one doing all the work, have your bath ready, have rose petals in your bathtub, nigga, not in hers. She been at home all motherfucking day. She don't work hard. If she didn't be at home all day, if she got a job, she's sitting on her ass farting and watching TV at work. And on Valentine's Day, fellas, you supposed to get chose by a woman who ain't your woman. Not give gifts to a bitch. Okay? She is competing for the other woman to give you something. Because the ratio of women to men, it's more women than men on the planet. Really in America. The ratio of women to men is like 30 now. So why are you competing against the fewest men on the planet? That's stupid, fellas. That is so fucking stupid. You don't need to be buying nothing. And another thing, a woman just want a sucker for Valentine's Day. This is a holiday for fucking suckers and children. She want a simp, a son husband, a duck, a green, a lame. This is a day for fools. And guess what? We was all at fools, all these fools I'm talking about, right? That I just named because ain't nobody sit us down and tell us this shit. Somebody had to step up. So Sham Stopper stepped up and we gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell it like it is. We're gonna shame the devil. Wasil, did you get your girl something for Valentine's Day? Hell no. I'm gonna tell her what I did give her. On that picture, I gave her a baby. Because it was what that came from love. And we made him during the month of February. And I came and I cummed inside her and gave her that gift. And it comes from love. Because love is calm. Real talk. I don't know if y'all want like me when I was younger, because I used to buy pussy when I was younger. I fucked a few prostitutes and they wanted to fall in love. They fell in love with a nigga. I was doing this shit at an early age. He talking about I was a paper pussy. When I was younger back in the day, I used to pay $20 for a dick suck or $35 for some pussy in high school. No lie. I went to a private school and I used to sell pornos I used to have pornos and sell them to a few people. Real talk. Another thing, fellas. Be careful out here on this Valentine's Day. Don't catch no STD. It's more STDs out here than a little bit now. Herpes is running rampant. Chlamydia, gonorrhea. Hell, don't even go overseas and fuck none of them nasty hoes. They got trash on the ground. How you gonna stick something clean to come with something unclean? That's what the Bible say. Something clean and unclean cannot be living together. They cannot coexist together, fellas. Real talk. Be careful out here. Child support. You got put on child support a long time ago because you was participating in Valentine's Day. I know that for a fact. Y'all can't tell me y'all, because she feel like, oh, he'll give me this. Guaranteed I take his ass to court. The judge will make him give me that money. He'll do it. That's what happened, fellas. The bitch saw your sweet side. She took your kindness for weakness, your emotional side, which was a weakness. Emotional is all weakness. You know what I mean? Emotions are weakness. Your main weakness. And you don't supposed to be sharing your emotions with no bitch unless you finna come in her or come on her. You ain't supposed to let no bitch see you sweat. Period. What the fuck is this? Hold on, somebody text me. Okay, that's what's up. Somebody said they filed something on Valentine's Day. Yeah, fellas. Valentine's Day is for women and children, really. That shit was from elementary. When they made the Valentine's Day cards and shit like that. You know. Fellas, don't let make society make you feel bad because you want to be a man. You a man, you make up your mind to say no. Yes. Right? Let me pull up the ejaculation laws for y'all. Let me pull that crazy one. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all see for yourself. The ejaculation laws. Wait a minute. Ohio and Mississippi ejaculation laws. So y'all know I'm not lying. There you go, right there. Oh man. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. Yeah. Hold on. Let me stop sharing that. What you say, Captain B? So they got ejaculation laws, but still sell dildos, right?
This session, several bills expected to focus on reproductive rights and abortion. One already raising a lot of eyebrows. Legislation that would make unprotected sex a felony for men who do not have the intention to get a woman pregnant.
I think we're overstepping our boundaries a little bit. You know, the private, someone's private life is their private life.
I think that's a very interesting idea, but I don't know if it would be taken seriously, but I feel like it should be.
The bill named The Conception Begins at...
You see what she look like? You see what she look like, right? That's a setup hoe.
Erection Act is co-sponsored by Democratic State Representatives Anita Somani, an OBGYN from Dublin, and Tristan Ray.
Amina Tsunami need to be bent over. A lot of men. Have you seen a Baroque or something? When all these niggas ejaculate and fuck this woman? That's what type of woman she is.
Of Lakewood.
The whole entire point of this bill is to call out the
We got the
hypocrisy,
dick police.
particularly the state legislature, when they bring forward bills to regulate women's bodies.
Now, there are exceptions to the proposed law, which include sperm donation, contraception, and members of the LGBTQ community. Men face a maximum $10,000 fine after the third offense if they have sex with a woman without the intention of conceiving a child.
Men have the same rights no matter where they go in the country. Women have rights based on where they live.
It just misses the most basic biological facts and leans in towards middle school humor.
Austin Beigel with End Abortion Ohio calls the proposal disrespectful to the pro-life community and a waste of state resources.
They have to review it when they file it. They're going to have to stick a legal team on it, wasting time on that and delaying other bills that are trying to be reviewed as well.
ABC6 asking viewers about the proposal in an online poll. 26% said it's a good idea. 74% telling us it's a waste of time.
This may be considered a waste of money by some people, but we have had far bigger misuse of taxpayer money in bills that have been proposed and passed.
The final draft still being written. The proposed legislation will get a hearing after it's submitted. But with a Republican-controlled legislature, the bill not expected to go anywhere.
For this particular bill, that's certainly okay. Again, the whole point of this bill wasn't to get it passed. The whole point of this bill was to
So you got a dude who want to watch BBC, who want to watch big dick people go inside coochie. This who got a cuckold. This is a cuckold law. It's the niggas who can't get pussy law, right? Let somebody hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'm gonna post the link in the chat. Miscellaneous 17. I put the link in the chat. Hit the link in the chat, and then you can come on up here. Cause I know you out of Ohio. So hit the link in the chat. Cause I don't know. See, man, ain't nothing but a bunch of fools. Bro, this is ass whooping time, man. They trying to run over Trump and shit, trying to ignore what he got to say. We need to help Trump start kicking their ass. I ain't bullshitting. We need to help Trump start kicking these motherfuckers' ass who want to be disobedient to the masculinity of law. See, the soft niggas, they want to protest and hotest and be stupid and act like little bitches. I'm talking about kicking ass. Hello? Mr. Lane, you know how to get up on here? Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, hit the link, my brother. Oh, there you go. Yo.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Man, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, it's breaking up just a tad bit.
Oh, shit, okay, yes. Yeah. It ain't you. My signal ain't the best. That's why I thought maybe I can call into the phone or something. I thought maybe you can call a number. Because if you call from your phone, if I call from my phone, I have quite a better signal than trying to do it through the web or whatever right now. Because I'm using the phone and the signal ain't that great. But yeah, man. Today I filed it. I'm gonna take a look at it, man. And if you don't like it, I'm gonna redo it, man. But I tried my hardest to actually I made the affidavit close where everything is signed. It's just that the second page had the part where the notary signs on it as well. But it's just like a cover page. When you file it in the court, you have a cover page. Then I have the actual affidavit. Then I have the part for the notary to sign, and then the certificate of service. And it's like 4 total, but the affidavit itself was 1 page. You know what I'm saying? And I spit that fire in it, man. I finally comprehended. Well, at least I believe I comprehended it well what the affidavit of claim is. And I found an example last night that was cold, man. And I merged it with the one I seen you showed, and then there's another thing I had. I said, okay, I get the concept of it, man. I've been on my affidavit game, man, these last couple of days, bro. Dropping that heat, bro. And I like to do it on certain days. Look, I have to squish it together, and because a lot of times it'll run over because of the spacing. So I made it where it wasn't a lot of spacing, and I squished it together, and I made where the lines were like when I did one, like the first like you go on the first line and you type something. I made it black, and then the other one I made red, so it won't be so easy on the eye to read it, because by being squished all together, it's all tight. You know what I mean? But I put the affidavit in, man, like 1 page, and I've been hearing that a lot, man. You know what finally clicked? Like, you the second person that, well, I would say the third person, and about keeping things short and sweet and how it has truth in it. And then his lawyer told me recently about, keep it at 1 page. Try to do things in 1 page. So when the lawyers say that, man, you got people of different walks of life saying the same thing. You gotta try it. So, but yeah, I put the affidavit of claim in, man, and you know what I'm saying? Happy Valentine's Day for that. You know what I mean? So, and it ain't the only one I did today, man. I'm gonna tell you about another one I had to put in some work today about, because these knuckleheads out here just doing what they want, man. They just and we gotta stand on business out here. We just can't talk it. And just like you said, man, one of the main issues out here, people don't read, they don't study, they don't even want to read, man. Like, I'm sure you hear about what's going on online with the our community with the dumb stuff they talking about certain celebrities. And it's like, all these people be calling up to these places, man. They don't be getting no facts. They running their mouth. They misinterpret like things and call people snitches and rats. And it's like, man, that stuff is gonna stop this year, man. I'm actually working on looking through people's paperwork so I can identify and know how to use my discernment skills, because people have a bad reputation of taking things and then interpreting it their own way instead of interpreting it the way it's supposed to be interpreted. Either it means this, it shouldn't be no open. Like, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened today, man. After I filed it and it got accepted, I called up there, man. I barked on them. I barked them little unruly hoes up there. I told them, I asked a question, and the chick hung up the phone on me. Right? She got real disrespectful. They wouldn't give me their last names, but I had to remind myself, they employees. They ain't gotta give out their last name. However, I asked the chick. I said, how do y'all determine if you're gonna accept my filing or not? Because they can kind of, you'll file something and then they don't explain. They give these vague explanations, which are not really explanations at all, right? And I also want to notify you about this too, man. If people out there using that AI stuff, be cautious, because AI is lying, especially with legal stuff. And there's another guy on another channel that I like him. I rock with his stuff too. But he had mentioned how that they are that when you put in something for the chat, it'll give like a partial truth, and it's starting to be like faulty. And I know attorneys out there using chat GP, to do some of these stuff. And you can kind of mess with it as a reference guy, but you still need to do your final human touches on it, if you catch my drift. Because if you just putting stuff in that thing and it generated, like, it's giving out a bunch of inaccuracy. And that's what they're doing, man. They're creating confusion, like they're trying to reinterpret.
I'm calling you.
Oh, you call me? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hello?
Yeah, let me get off the whatchamacallit. Yeah, now I can hear you better now. Yeah, what you
Yeah, okay. I'm okay. I hung up off the other thing. Don't you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah, so I told you. What was the last thing you heard me say? I don't know
About the AI bullshit.
Oh yeah. So just be cautious of that. Like a lot of lawyers and attorneys, young ones mainly, and just people in general are using that. And I'm like, I would be cautious of using that. Like it's okay to play with it and get like a reference check from it, but you need to do the final mastery touches to it. And you need to verify. Like if they put some word in there or they word it a certain way you're not familiar with, you need to check that. Like you need to Google, see somebody did a lawsuit like that too, or whatever you filed it. You just reference check it, because these are just tools. And when people get lost at in the system is that they rely on one tool. Like just let you know how ignorant we are as a society. Like peep this. You know how people say we left-handed and right-handed?
Yeah.
That's actually retarded, right? It's like a bad habit that's been developed, because in schools they broke you down and dumbed you down with, you need to be right this way or right that way. I've heard people who start off being left-handed and then they were told at school you got to be right-handed, which was silly because we're really supposed to be ambidextrous, we're supposed to use both parts. And this is how I know that's true, because there are people who are ambidextrous. I try to use both my hands. Yeah, I'm more dominantly on right, but that's starting to change. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever notice this, you never heard anybody say, "Hey, I'm left-footed, I'm right-brained," because we don't even use both sides of our brain. But you use both parts, and I can guarantee you that common sense will show you that if you cut one off, you're gonna realize how important it is. So there ain't no such thing about left or right. You need to use them jointly together, and that's the mentality. People are misusing things, and it's going to cause confusion. Like you don't rely on AI, you don't rely on no one source of the library, because lies can be in the library as well, and you got to use your own discernment. But it's a combination of things you put together. And just reference checking and fact checking things to make sure it's right. But that AI thing, they spitting out some lies, man. They spitting out some go ahead.
Like I tell everybody. Well, I don't tell everybody. I tell certain people. Black Law's Dictionary ain't the only legal dictionary to use. You got plenty legal dictionaries out here. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's facts.
And you got plenty resources to use in your paperwork. But the main thing these fools like to be stuck on is blessing versus freestone. And I'm tired of hearing about that case. That ain't the only case. Dude, I got a lot of cases where a lot of bitches have taken child support to Supreme Court and federal court. I got all of them right now. I'm going to do a podcast and I'm just going to read a lot of them. You know what I mean? And they were talking about everybody want to talk about she ain't got a federal right. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody got a right to put your name on nothing if you don't authorize it. I don't give a shit if it was a he, she, or it. Nobody ain't got no business putting another grown person's business on some paper that you ain't get permission to do so. It's called, I'm gonna give people some game. When you young, when you trying to go to college or you trying to get a job or go to college or get something done, it's called the letters of what, my brother? It's called a letter of what? When somebody want to use your shit, use your name on shit, you know what it's called? It's called a letter of recommendation, right?
Recommend. Okay.
So you got people putting your name on shit and they ain't recommended you to do so or asked you, and they don't have that type of authority to do so.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. Now, see, check this out. Remember I was talking about earlier about how the misinterpretation of laws and stuff be?
Mm-hmm.
That's that sovereign citizen shit. And I see niggas doing it online talking about he a snitch, they a snitch. Like, the truth is, some of this stuff is COINTELPRO, right? It's going deep into the military and all that stuff. If you just take something as simple as the gold fringes on the flag and just certain subjects you can kind of dive into, you'll go into a rabbit hole. Like, they're hiding stuff, and what they're doing is they're using new things to cover up the old things that work better. Like, if you notice, like, they're getting touched. Like I'll give you a good example, just on some local stuff. You can't even get a new email these days without providing a phone number. Like, they start doing it. And I seen this old lady at library, I swear to God, a few months ago. She said, I don't have no cell phone.
because what's going to happen is if you give out the landline, you can't text a landline, right? So some people don't even use a cell phone. So now they're making it where if you don't have a cell phone, you're dead these days. If you don't have a car, you're dead these days. I mean, that's how society is moving. So it's like a combination of things that are worked. And it's like I see how they doing it with the legal shit because they come out with some new regulation and people forget regulation ain't a law. An order is not a law.
Thank you.
But see, that's how people. So what it is, it's the greatest Jedi mind trick being tripped. Like people say, the lawyer said you couldn't do this. Like the judge, like first of all, we don't know the checks and balances of how government works. Like the whole thing with Trump. If you're talking about this and that, but it's like, how can somebody from the judicial branch tell somebody in the executive branch what to do? Like people are mixing stuff. So if anybody's a sovereign citizen, it's those goddamn government officials and these ignorant niggas out here. They're the ones that sovereign citizens because they're taking stuff and it's based off how they feel they want to interpret it instead of listen. It should be a simple answer. So back to these knuckleheaded chicks down to domestic court, I asked a simple question: how do you determine if a filing is accepted or not? They're like, well, there's an e-filing manual. I said, I'm aware of the 75-page e-filing manual. But it still doesn't give specific details. And what they do is they make it very vague where it can be interpreted like different ways. Just like example, you got some people that, now I don't have a lot of experience in criminal. I more know about civil, but in the criminal, they have like niggas have these rules about, oh, if this person over here, he must be snitching. It's like, did it ever come across your mind that maybe they put them on purpose because he know how you dumb idiots think? So if he put him over here and put him over here, well, that means he must be snitching. Like, I'm just like, where are you guys getting these so-called facts from? And it's like, this got to stop because, I think we start suing people for slander and libel. That's going to put an end to a lot of these people on the internet making up stuff about people. Like, how do you know these things occurred? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't answer a simple question, you work in a department every day of your life, so certain things go through, and then you reject certain things. They don't give specific details of why it was wrong. I mean, sometimes you get a cool clerk that will, but most times they really don't. But I was asking this one lady, I said, "How do you know?" And she couldn't. She seemed to dance around the answer. And then I asked her what her name was. She didn't want to give me her name. Like she gave me her first name partially and said it all fast. And it was a misinterpretation. But I see where my error was that employees they don't have to give out their last name. It's just some kind of protection, whatever clause that they have privacy because the issue is going to come to the main person. You know what I'm saying? But the point that they're making these things confusing on purpose is the stuff that I'm starting to be aware of, and you can see, not the average person will see that because everybody will just stop with a mandatory or order, and they think an order mandatory must mean it's a law. And it's like sometimes the orders that you're given in court, or sometimes the orders you're told at your job, they're unlawful orders, they're ungodly orders. They're unconstitutional orders, and they conflict with certain things. And when that becomes a conflict, you have a right to raise that issue.
Well,
and the shit override it, and they're letting the new shit like overwrite the old shit.
Well, I gave the game about what an order is a long time ago, right? Okay. It's like this: when you go into a restaurant, what do? You
sit your ass down. You get a menu. You order your food.
All right. So when you get through eating and you order your food, what you got to do next?
Then you got to pay for it.
So how a judge gonna give you something, give you an order, and then make you pay for it at the same time?
I know they're putting the carriage before the horse. That's what I keep saying. Like it's the same, but that's what I'm talking about. They keep creating these new ideologies. This is in all departments.
Well, let me give a better example. Hold on, let me give a better example.
Okay.
The military, right? You're in the military, right?
Okay.
Before you go to the military, you got to take a test, right? Yes. Then you got to go to boot camp, right?
Correct.
And then you pass boot camp. They go through your contracts. They see where they put you at, and that's gonna be your job for the day. And guess what? You have to follow what?
Those orders. And
they pay you for doing that.
Yeah, that's the agreement, right? And also added that you under Article 2 jurisdiction. That's the
and it's what you just said. It's a what?
Article 2.
Nuh-uh. Before that, before you even said that, it's a what? A word you just said.
I said Article 2.
No, you said agreement.
Oh yeah.
All orders are agreed upon.
The orders are agreed upon. That's true.
Child, if you didn't agree upon no child support order and you ain't signed nothing, then there ain't no child support. They can't force you into nothing.
Right, that's what they're doing. And look, and this is what's catching a lot of these high-profile cats that got attorneys, right? They're paying them money and they're still going to prison. Like, does that make sense to you? Like, people have done way worse, and they're trying to like really be petty about, oh, where's you there? Who shot who? It's like, who gives a fuck? Like, you really care about niggas killing niggas? Like, if y'all really cared about that, you would get the guns off the streets. You wouldn't have a freaking liquor store and gun store in bad neighborhoods. Like, they know what they're doing. It's like and the problem is, it's the being manipulated by your own state government. They make up regulations and federal stuff and start trying to bully people, and people are not addressing it in the correct manner due to ignorance and fear, mainly fear. Because I see people, they scared to even go over there. I told one brother, I don't mention his name, he cool, but it's like this just ain't for everybody. I said, hey man, file an affidavit. I ain't gonna hurt you. File an affidavit, give it to your attorney. Did he do it? No, he didn't do it. But I was just like, that would test if your lawyer is really your lawyer, and it would also show how your case is more likely to get shut down, because what they did to you in the first place was some BS. They was trying to make somebody a criminal. Like, you're not supposed to show up somebody's place or show up and then say after the fact what I'm getting you in trouble for. It's like when they pull you over, whatever, they're looking for stuff after the fact. Like, okay, so they pulled you over. What's the reason why they pulled you over? Well, if it was an unlawful stop, and you believe it was an unlawful stop, you're supposed to stop right there. We got to address that issue. They start going forward and say, well, we can do this and we can do this, regardless of having a license or whatever. The point is that they do a lot of out of sequence events to do what they want to do anyway, and they're not supposed to do it, which doesn't make sense. Right?
Well,
why do you guys have rules and why do you have rules and regulations that you don't even follow by?
Well, this is the thing about the pullover and stop. Some of these pullover and stop videos, some of this shit is so stupid. But
it is.
The only thing you got to do whenever you get pulled over and stop, just give them your license and insurance, right? And you don't even have to answer no question whatsoever. Give them your license and insurance. Don't answer no question. Then they give you your ticket. You'll be on your fucking way. Fuck arguing with the nigga. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? Now, if he sees some dope and shit in your car, open to containers in your car, then he can ask you to step out. Right?
Yeah.
Because he got it in plain view, plain sight. Right?
Yeah.
Or it's under probable cause. Or if he smells some weed in your car, wherever state you in, he can ask you to get out. Correct?
Right.
So niggas people need to do is not ride dirty or prepare themselves before they get on the road, because the road ain't to be played with right now. Because we got all this immigration and shit going on. They finna be looking for anything and stuff. Shout out to the people who
and that's another thing, how they can justify, trying to extend their reach longer, because they create a problem, and after they create a problem, and then they want to start telling you, they want to start playing pretend like, well, how we gonna fix the problem? It's like, well, you guys created a problem, like people over here undocumented it. And did we talk about that already, about how that loophole? I don't know if I ain't really trying to go there, but I was just gonna mention as a jewel that they got around that through a loophole, because even though they'll tell the average the masses and the citizens one thing, there's always a backdoor loop for them to undo that or get around it, right? So by you mentioning the stuff that's going on, well, that ain't our problem as individual, as men with melanin in our skin. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all letting people in and oh, this is happening. Like, you know how they say don't let one apple spoil a bunch, but it could. And it's like, well, that's their fault, because they're the ones that allowed this crap to happen and be so lenient. Now they want to turn back up the clock. And it's like a seesaw effect. It's like, okay, one administration is going to cause a problem. Another administration is going to come and clean it up and be the hero. It's like, listen, this is so outdated and stupid. It should never happen in the first place. And why aren't these people in jail? That's my question. I don't know why these people ain't in jail, but they'll pick you up for a warrant for spitting on the sidewalk. Like, this is petty.
Well, let me tell you something, and we're gonna have to go after this one. I'm gonna tell you, everybody who in here listening.
Yeah.
Appreciate the 4 people in here listening. Probably 5 or 6. I don't know. YouTube hate me. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was locked up for child support, right, for 30 days, I met a dude that I was talking to. I was handcuffed to him, and we was gonna go see we was gonna see the judge, and he just came in there. He been there for 2 days, and he got busted with he said he had half a brick of cocaine, and he got out that same day. I said, ain't this fucked up? I'm in here for 30 days of child support, but you had cocaine and you finna go? I said, yeah, bro, I'm finna go. I said, I'll be damned. So I said, when I get out this motherfucker, I'm gonna cause holy hell, okay? And I'm gonna whoop some ass this time. I'm not gonna be no nice guy. I'm not gonna be talking this shit. I'm not gonna be talking to nothing.
Right.
And it's kind of and it's crazy that people have a hard time about criminal law is the most easy. Criminal is easier than civil. See how
that's what they say. That's what they say, man. But it's the most intimidating one because, like, they're putting all these years on you, and then what happens is these dumbass celebrities start accepting contracts and plea deals. Like, well, dude, if you didn't do it, why are you accepting any deal?
Well, this is the thing. This civil is so basic. I mean, criminal is so basic. You either have you gotta have the intent. You gotta have a dead body. You gotta have an injured party. You gotta have hardcore evidence. You gotta have a wiretap, right? Even if now wiretap or it's illegal in some states, right? And you gotta prove it. You gotta prove all the evidence. It's just like with the OJ case, right?
Right.
They didn't have no evidence OJ was there, right?
No. They just pulled a rabbit out the hat and just put him there.
They put him there. OJ didn't. Why would OJ kill that woman and he had all his money? He can just hire someone that can do it, right?
Right. And there's some missing parts of that story, and I think I'll put it together, but I wouldn't want to put it out.
No, I'm gonna tell you the simplest thing to this story. Ain't no missing parts to the story. I'm gonna put it simple and plain to you. In the marriage vow, they got married. What are the vows of that marriage? To what do us part?
To death do us part.
That's it right there, bro. We ain't gotta go no further because she was married, fucking with this dude. That's death, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say because you want to play Christian. See, this country want to play Christian and choose the Christian values over another. Yeah, when it's convenient.
Yeah, when it's convenient. Yeah. These niggas they like to switch hats.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm this today. Oh, I'm that tomorrow. That's phony. And I've narrowed down 3 words to describe these Americans that need to leave and get the hell out because they're traitors. And if you listening to this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. Y'all some traitors. You guys are committing treason. And if I had to describe the attitudes of some of the folks, all races and all genders, that have these kind of attributes, they're hateful, they're phony, and they're a bunch of cowards. They got smoke for somebody like us. But the real people that's suppressing them, they make excuses. Oh, that's the government. It's like if people really looked up the word government with their silly butts, they would know. That's probably not a good word. And I'm gonna leave it like this. We know what govern means. But you guys know what mint means, M-E-N-T. If you look up the word mint in Latin, you'll be surprised what that means. And they're telling you what it is. So it's like, it ain't no excuses. Well, I didn't know they was this. Now y'all do know. It's just you guys get put on with this peer pressure crap, like you're still in high school, and you just go along with the crowd. I literally listen to how people be sounding one month into the next one, how they go back. It's like they don't know how to think for themselves. It's like, listen, we have to work on our discernment skills. The quicker you realize that, the sooner you can. No one is half the battle, like they say with G.I. Joe. No one is half the battle. So the quicker you realize you need to work on something and stop being in denial and putting your faults on other people, the smoother life will be. Versus, well, this is what they saying. Well, who the fuck is they? Who is they? Like, I'm really getting to the point. Like, where are you guys getting this information from? Because if you got that much information about other people, either you must have first-hand knowledge because you was there, which will make you a culpable witness. Will make you a part of the conspiracy, or you just going by hearsay, and we know about hearsay, right? Hearsay is dangerous. They're not supposed to bring up hearsay in no criminal cases. Like they ain't putting no affidavits in, claiming this. They're not willing to bet they own lies that they tell them the truth. They just going off of what other folks are saying. That's dangerous. That's the way we move. It's like public opinion, and what they doing with a lot of the celebrities, like they're using the documentaries to start crucifying them first.
You know what?
That's the pattern. That's the pattern.
You know what? You know how people are so dumb? The American people are so dumb, right? And we're gonna end this. It's almost at 60 minutes.
Okay.
The what's this guy name? The lead attorney is going live right now, right? And how many people in his chat? He got 400 people in his chat, right? Guess what? None of them motherfuckers can read. Right?
Yeah. That's the audience. That's the audience people like him cater to. People that ain't gonna look up nothing for themselves. They're just gonna take their word for it.
Yeah, and most of these adults nowadays, the American adults, they weak, they sorry, they soft. You know what I mean?
Brainwashed, man. Brainwashed.
All that shit, bro.
I mean, a bad brainwashing. I guess brainwashing could be good if it's good information. Because I think you should be brainwashed for with good information versus information. And all people got to do is pressure test it. Like, okay, you think this is not true, and you should start looking at the patterns. Like, why every time when you get in somebody's ass with the lawsuits, they want to hurry up and settle because they don't want it on the books. They don't want to show no records. Like they try to downplay it, man. They try to downplay what I ain't do just work. It's like, come on, man. Like the best you could do is cheat, go in there, backdate records, and pretend like even what they did with my case. I ain't never gave out no physical address because I know I want my mail there. What the hell you need my physical address? It's private, and I know my mail is more secure at a post office, right?
Right.
And what's so dumb is the stupid ass judge gonna put the damn PO box in the divorce decree. It's like, are you dumb or are you dumber? You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, you put the damn address in the divorce decree. Now you're gonna go in there manually and put the address that I never gave out. I don't care where they got it from. I didn't give it out.
Right.
They just did what they want to do. They did this for a while, man, and they just now changed it. But they secretly did. They didn't change it. It says, hey, we're sorry that we did this to you. They just, when it got hot for a minute, then they changed it. But guess what? It don't undo what you already did, and that's nothing that's dangerous about some of these folks. They're out here trying to rewrite history about the facts because every so often, people forget. Hey, we all forget. It's a lot of stuff to regurgitate and recall. So and they know that people are busy, and they play on that. They play on your ignorance. They play on your just the simple human errors you're gonna have, and it's not right. And it's like, what's taking so long for this to stop, man? But it's like I said, man. We have to keep studying. We got to keep networking. We have to keep raising awareness because some people don't know. Because even a lot of people don't read or not interested. It's still going to be a few people that's waking up. I seen a cat that was homeless. I gave him $1. You know what I told him? I told him he should check out a website, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they even got resources to help you get off the street. So it's it's a movement because it's no reason why people here in America should be struggling and y'all allegedly giving away millions of credits to other countries to help fund them. It's like everybody else's agenda is to help other people except our own.
Right.
We shouldn't have no abandoned buildings. You go to other countries, they stuff built up to the T, man. Our stuff still like we still stuck in the 80s. You go to some of these neighborhoods, it's been the same hood since I've known it.
Well,
I'm like, this is 2025. Why hasn't this shit changed? And y'all giving all this bread away. So I don't know. So now people are getting angry and upset, but it's like, I've been feeling that way. Y'all just now feeling this because, oh boy, talking, doing this. Like, y'all late.
Right.
Like, that's cool. That's cool. He's doing that. But see, even if like people like to, they idolize certain people too much. They really go ham for certain people. And it's like, that's another downfall. Like you brought that to my attention. You was the first one. I got to give you credit for that. You the one brought to my attention last year about vote means to praise ye God. It's to praise somebody. And it's like, you got to be careful with that because if you put all your faith in that one man, that's like you, what's going to happen when that man falls? You're supposed to put your faith in yourself and God, which is God in you, not no other mortal. And then on top of that, is that really fair? Would you really want to put that kind of pressure on your grandfather, your father? I wouldn't want to do that. We have to bear our own weight.
Right.
Not sit around and wait. Oh, he gonna change something. He ain't gonna do shit. I'm telling you that now. He ain't doing shit because. And there's another YouTuber I listen to, and he says he don't even know what the hell's going on. Like he pretending like he knows what's going on. He wants to know, but I'm not convinced dude know what's going on.
Well,
because I'm looking at the way he moving. I'm like, why you got so and so next to you? And this is like and we already heard about some of these people prior to this getting to this point. So that's why I wouldn't put my faith in no man, because if he turns on us, you're gonna feel like an idiot, man. I voted for him. That only happened to me once, man. I voted for one president. And once I realized the game before I knew even half the stuff I knew now, I said, this is a dog and pony show, man. Right. Even on the local level to a degree, they always cheat anyway. So it's designed to make it look like you're really doing something. It's like for the most part, we're supposed to do something as a movement, not rely on one person, not rely on no, because there's a lot of things that are not clear yet. You know,
Right.
like where is the United States, or what is a person? Like simple things like that. You guys not aware of certain things that they're aware of, but they know it has dual meanings, and you think it means this only, but it has dual meanings depending on how they want to play a switch today. But when they want to bring in illegal people, they call illegal aliens, or whatever, they know how to just make their paperwork a person, and that's our backdoor getting them in here technically. So they know certain things that they doing that we're just not aware of, and they'll broadcast it one way, but really something else is taking place. And I think once people, you know, they have to listen to want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Some people just they just there for the ride.
Well,
you know, the ones just gonna get caught off guard. It's like, at least I'm aware. Like I know what's up. I know, like, God didn't put me here to trust other men. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not our purpose to come here and vote and kiss ass to other people. We're not here for that purpose. But if you believe that, hey, do your thing. Just don't say nothing about what I'm doing over here. You know what I mean? So
Right. Well,
I'm gonna rest at that.
all right. Well, sure. I sure appreciate you stopping by. We at a hour and 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go and call this thing in. And the next podcast I'm gonna read cases. I'm gonna read some cases where a lot of bitches went and sued child support in Supreme Court. But yeah, man, appreciate you. Peace to everybody. And y'all have a good day. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't even pay attention to what's going on. Live your life and have fun. Peace.